1, 2, check, check. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here's send you some spots real quick.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a very pleasant good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Gym as today the Lady Indians get back on the floor as they play host to the Layton Christian Eagles here this afternoon. Dan Hubbard with you. Glad to have you along. Have you with us here today as the Indians get back on the floor, which is really someplace that they are almost unaccustomed to anymore. They've played one game in the last 21 days, as this will be the game here tonight and be the first of 3 games that they'll play over the next 5 days as they get back onto the floor. But then the Christmas break comes and they have another 8 days off before they play again. Preston comes in with a 1-4 mark. Layton Christian with a win last night at Sugar Salem. They are 5-2 overall on the year. And it should be a pretty good matchup here tonight for the Indians as they take on the Layton Christian Eagles. Layton Christian, an interesting school. Got a chance to talk a little bit with the coach, Jared Hoagland, before the game today. They have, 7 different countries represented as a private school, Christian school. They come from all over the world to come to school here. There's 8 different schools represented on the roster for their team. There's 40 students from 48 different countries around the world, and many different religions that attend there at Layton Christian Academy as well. We'll get more into that as we go along throughout the game here today. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll kind of try to set the scene a little bit more. We'll also talk to head coach Camille Kuntz coming up just around the corner. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
West PrestonGasMotorCompany.com.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
And welcome back here to the gym here at Preston High School as we get ready for the game here this afternoon. For the Indians, they'll come into the game here today 4-1, looking for a win desperately to get back on the winning side. As for this Layton Christian team, they are very good. They and again, talking to the coach before the game, they come from all these different countries. They know the international game very well, but you have to stop and teach them the American game, the way the U.S. kids play. As they get 3 or 4 kids back from maybe from the year before if they're lucky. So they get a new batch of kids all the time coming back into play on this year's team. And this year's team is pretty good indeed, as they have won 5 in a row, or 5-2 overall, including a win last night at Sugar Salem. So coming up next, we'll talk with the coach, Camille Kuntz, our guest. We'll get to her coming up in just a couple of minutes here on KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll speak with head coach Camille Kuntz here in the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial here for a couple of minutes. Well, here we go again, another long layoff.
Yeah, it was way too long. This one was a hard one for me because I was really excited to play Sugar and we were preparing for it, and then that last minute cancellation, that was tough. So the kids are ready to play.
I would think so. They've played, one game now, and I think in like 20 or 21 days, I think I counted this morning.
Yeah, it was just a bad timing for a break. I mean, I think I would rather have that break maybe in December when all our games are going on and get a little more time to practice before our districts. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a rough schedule right now.
How has practice gone over the last week or so since you played at Shelley? Shelley, of course, handled you pretty well for the second time this year. How has practice gone since then?
It's gone well. We actually, after that Shelley game, we just went right in the film room. We didn't touch a ball that next day, and we just kind of took it as a little clinic almost. Hey, look at how Shelley plays. Look how they cut. Look how they move. And what can we be doing better? And yeah, I think the kids have been more focused after that, like maybe looking at themselves compared to Shelley and saying, yeah, they switch speeds, they're fast, and so we've worked a little bit on that and moving the ball better. I mean, obviously we have a lot of work to do as far as just developing players, and so anytime we get to practice is great. And I love the effort the girls have been putting in. They really are doing a great job.
You know, it's funny because John Slaughter and I on the air at the end of the game, into the Shelley game, we suggested that exact thing. Don't even pick up a basketball that first day back. Just go in, watch the game, and talk about the things they need to do better.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it was in the middle of the night, and I remember waking up and just texting Ben saying, hey, do you care if we just turn this into a film session? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And it was just a good, kind of like a coaching clinic for a second for us to be like, how can we help these girls just get to that next level? So that's what we did.
And what were some of the things you came away with that needed to be done to help the team get to the next level?
Oh, we just seriously looked at their number one is defense, and that's something we've already been working on, is really maybe shortening the court a little bit by forcing kids to one side. We like that. We like the quick movements all the time. We as a team have noticed that we run one speed, and so we're very easy to guard. And you look at teams like Shelley, and they are just maybe slow, then quick. They change speeds a lot, and we've worked on that. We've worked on our talking a lot better, and also being more disciplined with the basketball on, okay, the fast break's not there, let's set something up, and being more disciplined that way.
It takes a certain kind of player to get out and run a fast break style offense. Do we have that kind of player?
We do. You know, these seniors especially have been playing together when they were younger, and that's what they did for their AAU team. So my philosophy is let's just push that ball down the court with the pass and see what's there. If it's not there, we're going to pull it back out and run a couple. We have a couple quick hitter plays we do, and then we'll pull it back out into our plays. Yeah.
So you enter all of a sudden after this long layoff. Now all of a sudden you play 3 games in 5 days. After that long layoff, any concern about rust that may have built up? You've played 1 game now in 21 days.
We tried to scrimmage these past couple days, like as JV and varsity, and try to get those out. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about a few things, but we're going to really focus tonight on rebounding especially. That's going to be our focus. So let's just, I know Layton Christian's got some big girls underneath, so we have to rebound. So I think if I can keep the kids focused on little things, I don't think we'll be rusty with those things. So.
Okay, so you have to run an offense that can get a good shot. All of a sudden now, you throw in the shot clock into the equation, which makes its debut here tonight.
Yeah, it does. I think, Mr. Knapp, he's got the shot clock going for us. It's up there and running right now, and I'll be honest with you, we played with the shot clock all summer and it didn't affect us. So 35 seconds is really a long time, but you might see the whistle blow, maybe once or twice a game. But it's happening, so I'm excited about it. I love the fast style of play, and that's going to be my philosophy here at Preston, is pushing that ball down the court. We can get that ball down there quicker with the pass, and so that's what we're going to do. So I love the shot clock.
The boys played with it for the first time the other night at Hillcrest, and there was one shot clock violation the whole night, and that was on the other team.
Oh, really? Well, good. We actually tried it at practice a couple days ago, and we did hit about 37 seconds. So, we realized that there's some things we need to do a little different. But I think if they can actually see it up there, this is the second day you can actually see the shot clock. So, yeah, it might shock the girls a little bit and stress them out. But we just need to tell them, hey, let's just play our game, and the shot clock right now is something that we'll just add to it and not worry about it.
Okay, so let's talk about Layton Christian. They're 5-2. They won last night up at Sugar Salem. What do we know about them?
I know last night at Sugar Salem, number 5 hit 6 3-pointers. I know they opened up that outside just by shooting threes like crazy, and then the fourth quarter they pounded it on the inside. So we've got to guard number 5. We've got to guard 11 and 22. We also have to rebound like crazy because they have the big girl inside, and we might be a little undersized with them. I'm not quite sure if their roster's correct, but so yeah, our focus is on rebounding tonight.
Kind of puts really a premium on Nelson and on Harris inside.
Jade Roberts will come out. You might see a little bit of Macy Knapp tonight. So just defending that post player. We'll play it a lot like we played Shelley. We adjusted our defense pretty well to those threes, and so we'll play a lot like we played Shelley.
Great. Best of luck tonight, and hopefully that'll carry into next week. And we have a couple more games.
Yes, we're excited to play ball. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
That's Coach Camille Kuntz with us here on the pregame show in the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym as the Preston Lady Indians get ready to take on the Eagles from Layton Christian down in Layton, Utah. Well, we'll have our starting lineups here this evening. And our starting lineups, it is Erza Boyle, who is a senior. Mariana Cabrero, also a senior, will start tonight. Marcela Del Castro Lete, a senior, will get to start this evening as well. Bianca Silva is a senior. And Grace Erdos will start tonight as well for the Eagles, who are dressed in black this evening as you watch on mylocalradio.com. Now the starting lineups for the Preston Indians here tonight. Chloe Kuntz starts this evening for the Indians. She is a senior. Brightly Harris will start. Of course, the sophomore. Her older sister, Elizabeth Harris, starts this evening as well. Then we have the other half of the Harris-Kuntz twins, as that is Emma Kuntz, who will start this evening. And Ellie Nelson, the sophomore, down low, will start tonight as well. This becomes a very important game for the Indians down low to be able to rebound, as the Eagles have good size on them, and it'll make for a very tough rebounding night tonight for Preston if they really need to be able to keep their rebounding ability on them. So keep staying on the floor and keeping their wits about them, or about the game as well. We'll get to our keys to the game tonight coming up in just a moment, as we're just about ready to jump center here. And in case you missed our pregame chat with Camille Kuntz, there's a new wrinkle added to the game here tonight at the Preston Gym as well, as the shot clocks that were approved by the state this year, they have arrived, they are installed, and for the first time tonight, the shot clock will be used here at Preston Gym as the Eagles control the tap. Silva gets it down low, little backdoor pass to Erdos, and she's wide open for the layup. So Layton Christian able to get on the board first here tonight. The Indians get the ball up into the front court. Emma Kuntz comes across the top of the key, and a whistle. Got an illegal screen against the Indians, charged against Ellie Nelson. That'll be her first foul tonight. So 2-0, the Eagles leading. Of course, they were a winner last night as they picked up their 5th win of the year. They won at Sugar Salem. If it thought that Sugar Salem was supposed to play here, well, so did everybody here as well. Three-pointer put up and in by Boyle. their leading scorer. She averages just a tick under 20 points a game. It's 5-0 as it comes to Brightly Harris. She'll get it back outside as it comes to Chloe Kuntz. Back to her sister Emma. Free throw line extended right. Bring it back across the top of the key. Now over to Harris. Free throw line left. One bounce dribble there. She'll go back to Emma Kuntz. And as it comes back to Chloe, once again to the top of the key. As they search for somewhere to go. Good, tough man-to-man defense put on here by the Eagles. Emma tried to go up, had it stripped, lost the ball. Picked up there by Silva. Brings it down the floor. Little dump-off pass to Boyle for another layup. 7-0 to open the game. As Harris with the ball back in the front court again. First quarter of tonight. Whoops, look out. Good it to Emma. That's stolen. Taken away by Silva all the way. Left-hand layup is good. It's a 9-0 run to open the game. And Coach Kuntz wants a timeout a minute and a half into the game. 9-0. First quarter tonight brought to you by Northern Title. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back right after this.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And of course, our timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember you can stop in for a new look. 27 South State Street in Preston is where you'll find Magnolia Road. So we go back to work here with the Eagles on top. As they try to skip pass, it's off the rim. Comes back down below. Chloe Kuntz has the loose ball there. This down low. And coming over to tie the ball up was Liz Harris. And the ball's going to stay with the Indians underneath their own basket. As Emma will bring it in just underneath their own basket in the front court. Holding. Now she does get it in. Gets it into Chloe in the left corner. Back out top it comes to Brightly Harris. Now back to Emma again. Emma holds it there. Liz Harris pops up to the free throw line to receive the pass. Now back to Chloe Kuntz. Bounce pass down low. Nice pass to Nelson. Her shot goes off the bottom of the rim, but Brightly Harris has the rebound. They'll set it up again. Emma Kuntz looks at a three. Needs a bank, won't get it. Rebound is off. Controlled there by Cabrero. And Cabrero up into the front court. Driving the baseline, it's Silva. She'll go all the way through the key. And now she'll get it back out. Nope, she comes back down low, back to Cabrero again and put it in. 11-0 run by the Eagles to open the game. As the three-pointer by Emma Kuntz is up and in as Preston finally gets on the board. On the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, 11-3. Boyle in the corner, dishes it off there. Cabrero with a three of her own. She's got 5, and it's 14-3. They only put 2 on the board. They call that a 2. That's fumbled away by the Indians, taken away by the Eagles. They go down the floor, and they missed the layup. And then the rebound was tapped out of bounds, and Edos, who missed the layup, was still standing out of bounds and had the ball hit her while she was standing there, so that's going to be Preston ball. Here's the keys to tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. Preston needs to get off to a good start. Well, they trail by 10, so you can throw that out the window. Need to shake off the rust. So far, they haven't been able to do that very well either, as the Eagles have come out very quickly here in the first quarter here tonight. As Marlowe in the game for the first time here for the Indians. Get it down low, turn inside, jump shot there is no good, put up by Roberts, no, rebound, no, as trying to get the rebound and put it back up at the time, as that shot was no good, as Ella Marlowe not able to get that to go in. Down low on the block, missed a layup again there by Boyle. That she doesn't do that very often. As the ball will be held and it'll go back to the Eagles. You know, it's interesting trying to do paperwork and call a game at the same time. Can be a little confusing. Inbound pass comes into Cabrera, and a foul before the shot. As the foul here is going to go on 23. That's Ellie Nelson. That'll be her second foul. Both fouls against the Indians are charged to her. Taylor Wakely is going to come into the game as she's in here for the first time. Yes, it'll be Laura Velasco Bracall. Apologize to the families who might be watching around the world, over the World Wide Web. If I mispronounce names, I do apologize right now. We talked about a little bit in the pregame show, but there's 8 different countries represented on the basketball roster for the Eagles, and some 48 different countries that students are attending the school at Layton Christian from around the world. As a good pass down low comes to Boyle, missed another layup, taken away by the Indians. They'll push it up into the front court. A stop, can't get the shot away as Alder has it there. Alder gives it off to Emma Kuntz. Looks down into the right corner. There's Alder to receive the pass. Back out top of the key as it comes back to Marlowe. She'll hold it there. Comes back to Wakely up top now. Wakely trying to wave traffic through like a good traffic cop would as it comes back to Alder. Alder back down low. Roberts on the block. Can't get the shot. Down low. Marlowe hits it off the bottom of the backboard. Taken away by the Eagles as they'll push back up into the front court again. 3.5 to play here in quarter number 1. 14-3, the Eagles lead. Little dump-off pass down low. The shot there by Lito is no good. Taken away again as Kuntz will push it back up into the front court. They give it off to Marlowe. Back to Wakely. Again, Wakely stands at the top of the key, waving players through. Now it comes back to Emma Kuntz. Back to Marlowe, top of the key. Wakely right along the three-point line. Now steps back into three-point country. Give it back to Kuntz from the right side. Her shot just a hair too strong, and Cabrera has the rebound there. She'll let the defense get back. She'll hand it off to Boyle as she gets across the timeline. Boyle will hold as it comes down to Cabrera. Down low, put it up and in. Cabrero's got 7. And it's 16-3. Preston trailing by 13 already. Marlowe comes back to Alder. Now back up top. Alder swings around the defense. Lay it up. That's no good. Rebound inside again goes to the Eagles. As they'll bring it back up the floor as this is Maria Cornero who will lob it inside. The pass was behind Cabrera and intercepted there by the Indians. 2 minutes to play. 16-3 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Banking it down low. Handled there. Marlowe faded left, right rather, turned left, had her shot blocked. Preston gets it back. Comes back to Emma Kuntz now in the angle right. Now down into the right corner as it goes down to Alder. Still looking for someone to give the pass to. Goes to Kuntz. Three-pointer from the right corner is good. Emma's got 6 with a pair of threes here in the first quarter, and it's 16-6. As Boyle brings it back into the front court. She averages 19.5 a game, easily their best shooter. As the timeout taken by Layton Christian. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Remember, ladies, they'll help you update your look and your style. It's Magnolia Road in downtown Preston.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Layton Christian ball as we break the timeout. Well, we mentioned they come from 8 different countries on the roster. Those countries include USA, Brazil, England, Spain, Montenegro, Turkey, Costa Rica, and Chile. That's just players on the roster. There's 40 other countries around that has sent students to play, or to go to school, rather, at Layton Christian. So it is truly a melting pot, and all different religions as well. As the ball comes into Caliente, hands it off there to Carnero. And Carnero has her pass intercepted by Emma Kuntz. Back down the floor, lay it up and in. Emma Kuntz has 8. In fact, she has all 8 of the Indians' points here with 1:04 to play in the first quarter. Caliente, as her pass over is knocked away, and then a holding foul, I think, is going to go against Emma Kuntz, and it will. That's her first and the team's third. Grace Idos will bring it in as Bianca Silva back into the game, as Maria Carnero will leave. Idos will get it in, back into the backcourt as it comes to Cavalante. Back to Silva, just back into the game off the bench. Swing it over onto the right side. Tried to get it to the cutter, they do, and she traveled. Grace Idos trying to make the cut, traveled. Tonight's game, first quarter of tonight's game, brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call them at 208-852-5700. Over on the left side, free throw line extended, comes there to Chloe Kuntz. She takes it down into the corner. Chloe for 3. That's off. As the rebound is off, taken by Silva. Quickly up the floor, all the way, lay it up, and no, missed the layup. The layup missed by Cavalente as it comes back out top again. Held there by Silva. Silva brings it over on the angle left. Now turns and faces up against Chloe Kuntz with 10 seconds left on the game clock. Shot is no good. As the rebound was off to Roberts, they knock it out of her hands. It goes off her foot, rolls back into the backcourt. But that's the way the first quarter is going to end here tonight. A fast start indeed for Layton Christian as they get out to a quick start against the Indians and lead by the score of 16-8 after the first quarter here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And showing this weekend at the Worm Creek Opera House and next weekend as well, it's The Chosen Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. Once again, for showtimes and ticket information, you can go on to their website at wormcreek.org. Dan Hubbard with you here at Preston High School. John Beverly back in the studio. Coming up after our game is done here tonight, we'll send you over to Westside High School as Westside is playing at home tonight. Cody Olson will have that game for you coming up, tip-off there at 7 o'clock. So we'll get you over there just as quick as we can tonight as well. So the Indians get it in to start the second quarter as it comes to Wakely. Taylor drives, kicks it back off. Emma's got to look at another three. That's short. Then the rebound comes off, taken there by Silva. She'll push it back up into the front court. Give it off to Cabrero and a whistle away from the ball. And, she have a problem with the shot clock. It didn't reset. That was the problem. So it would be the Eagles' ball right in front of the scorer's table. Just 14 seconds gone into the quarter. Once again, as we mentioned before, it's the first night using the shot clock here. They just got them installed this week. They used it a couple of days at practice, but this is the first game, and it's a little bit of a learning curve for everybody involved. As they lob it in, taken there at the high post by Layton, back downstairs. Now get it back outside to Silva. Wants to drive the base. Instead pulls up for about a 12-foot jumper, no good. Rebounds back off to Cabrero. They'll get it back outside to Silva again, set up the offense. Spin move, nice move. Kick it back outside. Cabrero for three. Needs a bounce, won't get it. As Harris loses the rebound down low, taken away from her by Del Castro Layton for her first points of the game. 18-8, that 10-point lead again now for Layton Christian. As Harris lost it, but loses it right to Chloe Kuntz over in the left corner. Now it comes back outside. Emma dribbles it off her toe. Comes back to Harris. Back outside to Wakely. That goes off her foot and out of bounds. And this time it's going to go over to Layton Christian once again. Thanks to Les Schwab for sponsoring our scoreboard this year. Their one-stop is all you need for tires, brakes, alignment, and more. Les Schwab Tire in North Logan, 1986 North Main Street in Logan. As everybody trying to learn a little bit different, and we have a little bit of a spill here in front of us, right by the scorer's table. We'll get that cleaned up here before it becomes an issue. As the Eagles have it, lose it, and diving on the ball was Brightly Harris, and gets the tie-up and the jump ball, as it's going to stay with the Eagles, I believe, because the Indians got the ball to start the quarter. Yes, it will. Jadely Roberts comes out as Ella Barlow will come back into the game. As Silva will bring it in. She gets it into Boyle. Boyle comes to the angle left, kick it back over on the angle right now to Silva. Entry pass tipped, but it comes back to Silva. Nice down low pass to Cabrera for the layup. Cabrero with 9, and it's 20-8. 6:20 to play here in the first half. As the shot down low, Wakely with the layup, not able to get it to go, but she was fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws. They called the foul on number 3, and there isn't one. Okay, it would be 23, Grace Edos with the foul. So that's her first foul here tonight. And we're going to get Penelope Arroyo into the game, replacing Edos, so she'll come to the bench. And Wakely finally just standing at the free throw line, waiting patiently, will finally get to shoot some free throws here. First one is good. My correction, she hit them both. So she makes both free throws, and it's 20-10. Preston cuts the lead in half as Silva with it back up in the front court. Cross-court pass comes back to Cabrero. Now back out top to Boyle, has it knocked away. Harris hustles to knock it away from her. Gets it to Wakely all the way. Left-hand layup, she's fouled again. Good hustle by the Indians to get to that loose ball and then get the foul on Rusger Boyle, her first. As Emma, Taylor, who made a pair of free throws a moment ago, and now we'll go back to the free throw line to shoot a couple of more, but the first one's too long. So for Preston, who hasn't played in only once before today in the last 3 weeks, well, they'll start to get busy a little bit more next week, as they'll play Tuesday and Wednesday next week, both on the road, as the second one no good. As the rebound knocked out of bounds there by Cabrero, and it'll stay with the Indians. Tuesday, they'll be at Filer. Wednesday, they'll be down in Cache Valley as they'll play Ridgeline. And then they'll be off for the Christmas break as the inbound pass taken away by Silva. Silva has it knocked away and not taken away, controlled there, but a foul on the ball committed by the Indians as the foul's going to go against Taylor Wakely. That'll be her first and the fourth on the Indians here in the first half. 5:48 to play here in the second. As the ball comes into Silva. She'll dribble the ball out top, set up the offense. cutting the baseline. It's Boyle in the left corner. Dribbles between her feet. Loses Harris. Comes across the paint. And a foul from behind. As it's going to be against Brightly Harris, who once she fell behind and got behind Boyle, just kind of tried to reach back through and knock the ball away and drew the foul. So that's 5 team fouls now against the Indians. Well, still the ball out of bounds, brought in by Arroyo, taken away by Wakely. She got it into Brightly Harris. Harris crossover dribble a couple of times on Boyle, gets it back up into the front court, driving all the way, tries to kick into the corner, has it intercepted by Silva. Silva goes down to control the ball after she lost it, and one official is going to call travel, and Preston's going to get the ball back. Silva, who went down to pick up the ball, slid, kind of took a couple layers of skin off her elbow and knee, but in doing so, she also moved both of her feet. Jared Hoagland, the head coach for the Eagles, was looking for a foul when she got knocked down, but the officials weren't buying it. As it'll be Taylor Wakely to bring it back in here for the Indians as it comes to Kuntz. Back to Wakely. Comes across the right elbow. Back to Harris. Top of the key. Brightly comes around the screen. Had tried to pull up, but then lost the ball into the right corner. Has to go and get it. Got it behind her head, and Boyle pinned it to the back of her neck. And then Brightly didn't like that and kind of swung an elbow a little bit, trying to get the ball back from behind her head. They'll call a foul on Boyle for that, however, and that'll be her second and the team's third. Jadely Roberts back into the game tonight. As swing it back across the top of the key as it will come here to Harris. Brightly crossover dribble, looks on the left side, comes to Emma Kuntz. Down the middle, gets to the free throw line, kick it back outside. Marlowe gets a little operating room but can't get a shot as she'll now back it back out and try to give it back to Nelson, who dropped it out of bounds. One name that you haven't heard us mention yet tonight was Taya Tews. She is unavailable for the Indians tonight. And we'll see if she'll be able to come back and play coming up on Tuesday when the Lady Indians go back out on the road. Comes back over here on the near side into the left corner. Silva dribbles it out of the corner. Oh, great pass down low. Put it up. That's no good on the layup attempt by Cabrero. And then a foul on the rebound called against the Eagles. So the foul will go against Del Castro Lete. That'll be her first. As Harris, crossover dribble, gets up into the front court, lays it off there. Roberts comes down the middle, lays it back off to Nelson in the right corner. Has to go and get it back to Marlowe. Marlowe will hold it there on the angle right. Tries to come back across the top, had it stripped away and then taken away. And it'll be a held ball. And it's going to stay with the Indians on the alternating possession rule. Tonight's game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call the Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. So Harris to bring it in just right here in front of us. Brightly holding. Somebody's got to come to the ball, and it's Marlowe who finally cuts to the ball. Give it back to Brightly, dribbles it down into the right corner. Back outside to Wakely. Back out top, it comes back again to Marlowe. She holds it there as it comes back to Harris. Harris comes back to the top of the key. She'll give it up to Wakely and then cut through. It's kind of a trio of cutters that go through for the Indians as it comes to Nelson in the left corner. Back to Roberts, free throw line, back to the basket. And she tries to give it up, and she's fouled on the pass as the foul is going to go against Maria Cabrero again. That'll be her first, now 5 on both teams. Emma Kuntz back into the game as Ella Marlowe will go back to the bench. Good minutes for Ella here in the first half. As Wakely will bring the ball in for the Indians. She wasn't exactly standing where the official wanted her. And official told her to come over this way about another 3 feet, and she kind of rolled her eyes and And then the official just came over, just talked to her gently for a minute. As it comes down low, Nelson, offensive foul. Ella, who ran into one of her defenders down low and drew the charging foul, and that's 3 on her in the first half. Still with 3.5 minutes to play here in the first half. So Nelson's going to have to come out. (20-10). Layton Christian on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Silva drives all the way. Get the basket. Will it count or is it an offensive foul? Nope, the basket counts. So the foul is going to go against Taylor Wakely. That'll be her second, as Bianca Silva with the layup now goes to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. And the shot rattles around a couple of times and comes out, and it's tapped out of bounds, and the ball belongs to the Indians. Grace Edos back into the game for Layton Christian. Also back in for the Indians is Brindley Alder. As she comes back in, Brightly Harris will go to the bench, as Wakely will bring it back up into the front court. Dribbles it off her foot, has to go back and get it. They called it a change of possession, so no double dribble there as it comes back to Alder again, top of the key. A couple of cutters come through for the Indians. Again, they try to bounce it down low. It's off a defender's foot and out of bounds. It'll stay with Preston. Evergreen Financial is your financial planner to bring you tonight's game. Remember, you can trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. You can set an appointment with them online at evergreenfinancialpartners.com. As the ball comes into Emma Kuntz, as she just does get it away from Cabrero, drives down to the baseline. 10-footer's no good. Good position by Liz Harris. And then Liz was fouled trying to get the rebound. As the Millis Egan called for the foul. As it comes back into Kuntz. Her shot is a little short and then gets stuck. So that particular play goes as just like a held ball, and it'll go back over to Layton Christian on the alternating possession rule once again with 2:58 to play here in the quarter. 22-10. Preston trails by a dozen. Back out top. Silva comes across the top of the key, give it back to Boyle. Boyle wants to drive, kick it back outside. Three-pointer put up. That's going to be long, put up there by Cabrero. Rebound is loose, however. Comes back to Boyle. Her 15-footer is no good. Roberts has the rebound there, and she's going to be tied up and fouled by Grace Edos on the rebound. That'll be her second and seventh team foul against the Eagles, and that's going to mean 1-1 coming up here for the Indians. You know, we mentioned that there's 8 different countries of origin for players on this Layton Christian team. As up the Silva. Sorry, I had to talk to the players sitting in the stands here not to stomp their feet as the Indians able to take it away. Back up into the front court. Wakely gets it back down low to Emma Kuntz. Emma back over. Alder puts up a 3, but I think she traveled first. Yes, she did. Traveling violation against the Indians. So the ball will come back over once again to the Layton Christian Eagles. So Silva will bring it back up into the front court. We go under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Silva pulls up, fakes the shot, doesn't shoot, gives it off to Cabrero, has to chase it into the corner. It'll stay with the Eagles. Anyway, we're going to mention there's 8 different countries and 48 countries at the schools and all different kinds of religions. And you would think that there's Buddhists there. Of course, there's a Christian school. There's Christians there, even members of the LDS Church that still go to the private school at Layton Christian. So all religions and from all different countries around the world making up the student body at Layton Christian High School. As the entry pass is knocked away, taken away there by Liz Harris. Quickly, they get it up the floor as it goes to Wakely. Can't get to turned around, back down low. Shot put up and in. Macy Knapp into the game here for the first time, the young freshman, and she's able to get the points from down low. Preston trails by 10, 22-12, as Silva gets it back up into the front court. Takes it down into the left corner, pull it back out. There is Cabrero. Wanted to drive, couldn't. She'll give it off to Boyle, as Boyle bring it back over as it comes there to Engine, and ball comes loose right in front of the Preston bench, and I believe they'll call it fouls. The foul's going to go against Bianca Silva. That'll be her first, and she's going to go over and have a seat here, as that's her first foul. You know, I talked with all the kids from all around the world. I asked Jared Hoagland, the head coach of the Eagles, because they rented a house up in the northern part of the state after playing at Sugar Salem last night. And I asked him, I said, you must have some big World Cup soccer parties, as the first shot here by Wakely is good. He said, oh, yeah. All the girls, even though they got to bed kind of late last night, they were all up early because of the early soccer game this morning. With great interest, they watched that one and then watched the game between England and France. They came on, started about 10 o'clock as well, as Wakely makes both free throws. She has a total of 4 in the game, and Preston gets the lead back down to single digits again, as it's 22-14 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Boyle kicks it outside, gets it back now inside, lays it off. Eidos down the baseline, gets the layup. Good ball movement by the Eagles, as the Indians get it back up into the front court. 45 seconds to play in the half, as they hand it back there to Wakely. Comes back over to Brightly Harris on the angle right. Now back to Liz Harris in the paint. Kick it back outside, back to Alder. Now back to Brightly at the left elbow. Alder holds just outside the arc. Looks inside, tries to get it down low to Knapp. Bounces away from her, picked up by Eidos. And then up into the front court, comes there to Ramirez. Ramirez will give it back out with 18 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is off. Down to 14-13. Cabrero wanting to hold, now wants to try to penetrate with 9. Forces away through a crowd, and a blocking foul against the Indians. It'll be 1-1 coming up here for the Eagles. Is the foul going to go against Brightly Harris? Yes, it is. That's her second, and 8 against the team. So here's Mariana Cabrera, who averages about 11 points a game at the free throw line. The first shot is good as she makes the front end of the 1-1. Again, she averages about 11. She's got 10 here in the first half. And the lead back out to 11 points here for the Eagles, as Cabrera will try to make it an even dozen, and does. So she's had her average in the first quarter. Up into the front court. Here comes Alder with 4, with 3. Gives it off to Wakely, and a foul. Wakely tried to drive to the bucket. As she ran into Maria Canaris, and now we'll get her to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. First one is no good. Harris with the rebound, put it back up, no, at the buzzer, and that's the way the first half will end. So Preston will trail by a dozen as we go off into the halftime break. It's Layton Christian 26, the Preston Indians 14. Halftime brought to you by our friends at Level 10 Life. Stay with us. Halftime activities coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
The Preston Holiday Basketball Tournament tips off next weekend. This annual event brings some of the best teams to Franklin County. This year, teams like Jerome, Thunder Ridge, Grantsville, and Nampa all coming to town. Preston's first game is Thursday night when they face the Shelley Russets at 8 p.m. Preston Sports is brought to you by West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Procon Homes. Catch the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, halftime here with the Layton Christian Eagles leading the Indians 26-14 after the first half. And halftime brought to you by Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more on their website at level10lifecoach.com. Well, for the Indians, off to a rough start. They trailed 11-0 in the first couple of minutes of the game. They trailed 16-8 after the first quarter, and then were outscored 10-6 in the second quarter tonight for their 12-point lead at the break for the Layton Christian Eagles. Quite a team. They come from all over the world, but I tell you what, they put together a very good program, and they are a quite skilled team at what they do. 5-2 and off to a great start with a big lead here at the halftime break here this evening. For the Indians, who hadn't played just once in the last 21 days, they'll have a couple of games coming up next week at Filer and Ridgeline before going into the Christmas break, and they'll have another game at Star Valley on the 21st that we will not be covering, unfortunately. And then so they'll play 3 games before Christmas, and then won't play again until the 29th, and that'll be the last game they play in this calendar year, and then open up with games into the district play as they'll play the Pocatello Indians here, or Pocatello Thunder, I should say, here at Preston Gym on January the 4th. So 26-14. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the stats from the first half. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, welcome back at halftime. We're going to check and see what's happening as far as some of the halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. For the Preston Indians in the first half, Marcy Knapp scored 2 points. Taylor Wakely had a total of 4, and it was Emma Kuntz who had 9 for the Preston's 14 in the first half. For the Layton Christian Eagles, Resger Boyle with 4 points in the first half. Maria Cabrero finished with 11. 2 points for De Castro Lete. Also, Bianca Silva finished with 4 in the first half, as did Grace Ados as well, for their total of 26 in the first half. Halftime stats brought to you by the Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Stay with us as we'll have our second half coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we start the third quarter. Preston trailing by a dozen, and the ball will belong to the Eagles from Layton Christian as they lob it inside. Down to Del Castro Lette. Turns right, has her shot partially blocked by Harris, gets the rebound, but no shot. It's going to go as a foul on Harris before the shot could be taken. As the official will come over. Nope, they'll say it's on 11. There is no 11 on the floor, so it had to be Harris they meant. As the ball down low, back down to Idos. And she's able to get the little short layup from the left side. Yeah, so the foul was on Liz Harris. Here, her first on the team here in the second half. Into the left corner as it goes down there to Emma Kuntz, brings it back out, tries to give it to Brightly Harris. A bounce pass right at her feet. She had to knock it down and then pick it out of midair to be able to control it. Brightly drives all the way, runs into a girl down low, can't get the shot. Harris's shot is no good, and the rebound controlled by the Eagles. Quickly back up into the front court. Here comes Silva, cuts across the paint, pick it back outside, and we have an offensive foul, a charge away from the ball called against the Eagles as Silva runs into, and who's that that's getting up slowly for the Indians? Silva ran into, I think it was Brightly Harris who was down momentarily and got up slowly. For Silva, that's her second foul and first against the Eagles here in the second half as well. So 2 points scored so far here in the half. Those belong to the Eagles, who now have a 14-point lead at 28-14 over the Indians. And Harris into the front court. We'll give it off there as foul on the ball this time, as the foul will go against Maria Cabrero. That'll be her second and the team's second. And Preston will have the ball out of bounds right in front of their own bench, as Emma Kuntz will bring the ball in right in front of her mom and head coach Camille Kuntz, and brings the ball into her twin sister Chloe. Now back to Emma. Comes back across the top of the key. She'll hold it there as Eagles in a man-to-man defense, as Chloe can't control the pass cleanly and tries to chase it down. It goes out of bounds. Indians have the right idea of throwing bounce passes, but what they're doing is they're throwing them too close to the receiving player. So by the time the ball bounces and comes back up, they can't react to it. Oh, great pass down low. Ados tried to get it down low to Lette. She had it blocked away. The ball comes back to Cabrero for the layup. She's got 13, and it's now a 16-point lead for the Eagles, as Preston gets it back up into the front court. Free throw line extended right. It comes there to Emma Kuntz. Back to the free throw line. Gives it to Chloe. Chloe had it knocked away, able to get it back, then tried to get it to Brightly Harris, and goes off her hands and out of bounds. And another turnover here against Preston. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, the only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. As Chloe Kuntz leaves momentarily for a respite, as it'll be Taylor Wakely to come back on the floor. Also Ella Marlowe back on as well for the Indians. As a bounce pass back out top, comes back to Boyle. Well held, well under her average so far in the game. She has 5 points in the game and averages almost 20. Three-pointer from outside, no good. Rebound is off as Ito's able to go and get that. Back into the corner again, Boyle for three. That's no good. Rebound is off as Emma Kuntz has it on the run. Weaves her way through traffic up into the front court. Gives it off to Marlowe. Back to Kuntz. Looks at a three. She'll take it. It's just a hair short, and the rebound taken there by the Eagles. As they'll push it back up into the front court as it comes there to Grace Itos. Wants to drive. A whistle from behind the ball. And we have a holding foul against Marlowe. So Ella Draws her first foul here today. And that'll be 2 on the Indians, so 2 on each team now here in the second half of the game. Idos to bring it in, gets it in the right corner, goes there to Silva, drives baseline, goes all the way through, lays it off, great pass, and down low it's Cabrero for the layup, and she has 15 in the game. 32-14, Preston trails on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Wakely, free throw line extended left, down low to Harris. Kick it back outside to Emma Kuntz. Driving off the glass is short as the ball come back again here to Cabrero. She'll bring the ball back up into the front court with just under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Try to lob it inside. It's too tall over the head of De Castro Lete and out of bounds, and Preston will get the ball back. Stokes Market True Value help brings you tonight's game. With the freshest meat and produce in Preston and in the Cache Valley, Stokes Market on State Street in downtown Preston. Ellie Nelson back into the game. Remember, she had 3 fouls in the first half. She replaces Liz Harris as Liz goes to the bench. Emma Kuntz with it. Back down low to get it to Ellie Marlowe, who dropped it out of bounds. She may have dribbled it off her foot as it took a hard angle right out of bounds, and she was not able to control it. So Preston, who has not scored yet in the second half, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Driving all the way, it's Boyle off the glass and in. And Preston wants a timeout. They trail by 20 with 4:26 to play on the Logan North Les Schwab Tire scoreboard. Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember when it's time to update your look, stop by Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in Preston. So Preston trailing by 20. That's the biggest lead of the game here for Layton Christian. As Harris has it, bounces it to Emma Kuntz, stops at the left elbow, shot from there is no good. Boyle has the rebound. She'll skip the dribble back up into the front court. Gives it off as it's Velasco Baralca into the game for the first time. Lob it inside to the post as the bounce pass went back to where Baralca was, and it goes out of bounds. So Preston ball after the turnover. Wakely gets it back up into the front court, wants to drive all the way, tries to go up and draws the foul. Foul is going to be on De Castro Lete. That's a blocking foul, and that'll send Wakely to the free throw line. Second foul on Lete, and the third on the team for the Eagles here in the second half, and the first shot here by Wakely is no good. So 4 minutes and 13 seconds into the half, and Preston's still without a point here in the half, and they trail by 20, 34-14. Second free throw is good, and that's the Indians' first point here in the second half. Wakely has 5, and it's 34-15 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As Cabrero walks the dribble back up into the front court, gives it off, swing it back over to Arroyo on the left side, three-pointer from the corner. Look out, Boyle's starting to warm up. She has 5 points here in the second half and has 10 in the game, and it's 37-15. As they'll bounce it back outside, comes to Wakely. Tries to get it down low, punched away as it goes into the Preston bench. Marlowe tried to receive the pass. Good hands there by Del Castro Lete to punch it away. And it goes out of bounds into the Preston bench, and Preston will hang on to control. Down on the block comes to Marlowe. She's triple teamed there. Wakely has it in the left corner and hits the three. Taylor Wakely hits the three, 37-18 now on the Logan North Les Schwab Tire scoreboard. As Boyle back up into the front court. Down low as they try to get it to Cabrero, knocked away by the Indians, and it goes out of bounds. As Julia Cavalente will come back in, number 4 in black. Pass outside, try to get it inside, and it goes over the head of Del Castro Lette and out of bounds. So another turnover against the Eagles, who have played a little fast and loose with the ball here in the second half, to be quite honest with you. As, although they've outscored the Indians 11-4 here in the quarter, as they try to get it down low to Marlowe, and it goes off of a defender down there. And the Indians keep the ball underneath their own basket as Harris will bring it in. Harris down low as it comes to Nelson at the block. Kick it back to Harris in the corner. Back to Nelson. Tries to turn in the paint. And instead of the layoff pass, I think she's going to be held, and it will be, as the foul is going to go on Velasco Baralca, her first. They're going to call it a shooting foul. Looked like Nelson was passing all the way to me, but they're going to call it a shooting foul nonetheless, and Ella Nelson will shoot 2. Nelson, deep knee bend, good high arc, and the first one's no good. Franklin County Medical Center helps bring you tonight's game. They have the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Nelson's next one is good. She gets on the score sheet, her first point of the game, and it's 37-19. 2:25 to play here in the third. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Swing it over onto the left side. As they get it back to the free throw line, Nelson comes up to punch it away and draws a foul, and that's going to be your 4th. That's 4 on Ellie. 3 now against the Indians here in the second half, and that's going to get Jadely Roberts back off the floor. The one thing that all this time off has done for the Indians is it got Jadely Roberts back into the lineup. Remember, she had the twisted ankle against the first meeting against Shelley, missed a couple of games, and it was able to come back and finally get back in the lineup in the game at Shelley, 7-8 days ago, last time the Indians played. Ball controlled again by the Eagles. They almost lost it as they get it back to Cabrero. She'll hand it back to Boyle. Boyle crossover dribble, then goes behind the back, 1:50 to play. Could drop it back inside, and Brightly Harris knocked it away and then tried to go for it and then was knocked down, and Cabrero will draw the foul, and that's her 3rd. And 5 now on the Eagles as a team, so they're almost out of fouls for the second half already. Chloe Kuntz to bring it in. Brindley Alder back into the game as well here now for the Indians. As Harris receives the ball in the backcourt. Back across the timeline. Comes around the screen. Pulls up. 2-pointer from just outside the left elbow as Brightly Harris drains that. And she has her first 2 points of the game. And it's 37-21. Comes back to Cabrero. They'll work it back again over onto the left side. Free throw line extended. Now back to Boyle, top of the key. Back over on the far side again. Now back to Boyle. Back on this side. Here on the near side, Cabrero looks at a 3. That's no good. And a foul on the rebound again, as they're going to call the foul on Chloe Kuntz on the rebound, which was an interesting call considering Del Castro Lette with a full swipe at the ball from behind her was not whistled on the play. Velasco Baracol to bring it in, gets it in out top. They look inside, can't go there. So they work it back over in the left corner again. That's off the foot this time of Boyle and goes out of bounds. Not sure how they give it back to the Eagles. She's standing all alone trying to receive the pass and drop the ball out of bounds. Not sure how that's a violation of out of bounds off of Preston, but it was. As it comes back over here on the right side. Get it back down inside as going up and fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. As trying to see the number on those black jerseys. It's Melis Ingen will go to the free throw line. Chloe Kuntz draws the foul. That's her second and fifth against the team. And Engen's free throw is good. That's her first point of the game. Team fouls are now even at 5 apiece here in the second half. 53.7 seconds remaining in the quarter. As that's going to be off of Chloe. Nope, they're going to, yep. Now they changed their mind and said, yeah, the ball will stay with the Eagles as Chloe Kuntz got a hand on it and couldn't control it and went out of bounds. So Boyle will bring it in from underneath the basket with 53 seconds left in the quarter. Holding. Now they get it in way outside as it comes there. And they get it back again as it comes back to Cabrero. Cabrero back to Boyle, who travels. So Boyle not able to get her feet under her, travels. Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Remember, they have all the parts you need for your car or truck to run strong. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at 17 South State Street, Preston. Driving all the way is Emma Kuntz with a little scoop layup, and that's good. With 30 seconds left here in the quarter. 38-23 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As Boyle hits a three back down here at the other end. She now has 13 in the game. 20 seconds. Preston gets it back up into the front court. Shot clock is off. Driving. Harris down the middle. Can't get the shot to go down. Gets her own rebound, though. Dribble it back out. Back outside, Alder wants to drive, and she takes a bump and gets the shot to go down. Now, will it count? No indication so far. And there'll be a blocking foul before the shot, so no basket. That'll be 6 team fouls against the Eagles, so they'll be out of fouls for the fourth quarter. Comes back outside. Back to Emma. A three to beat the clock. No good. Roberts gets the rebound but can't do anything with it after that. So 41-23 at the end of third. As we'll go to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. There you get a look at the score if you're watching on mylocalradio.com. 41-23, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So we'll start the fourth quarter here tonight. The fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Ball belongs to the Indians, and they trail by 18 to start the fourth. Liz Harris, top of the near the free throw line, has it there, gives it off to Alder. Alder looking to give it up and gives it off to Brightly Harris on the angle right. Comes back to Chloe Kuntz. Back to Roberts in the left corner. She'll dribble it out of there. Look to give it back over on the right side. Back to Alder. Almost runs over a player. No charge. Tapped inside. Comes to Liz Harris. Back outside. Chloe Kuntz for a two is no good. And cutting off quickly is Silva. And she pushes the ball back up the floor. 2-on-3. But she's going to draw a foul on the drive. It'll be against Brightly Harris. Her third. And it was on the drive. So ball out of bounds again underneath the basket for the Eagles. 2-3 zone put on here by the Indians. As they swing it back over to Edos on the free throw line extended left. Down low, knocked away, taken away as Chloe Kuntz has it, and then a holding foul on Velasco Burkall as Kuntz had it and was just trying to pivot around looking for somebody to get the ball to and get it out of trouble. And the holding foul called on correction, the holding foul against Maria Cornero. So Cornero draws the foul. Taylor Wakely back into the game. And going to the free throw line now to shoot 1 and 1 is Chloe Kuntz. And the first one is good. So Chloe with her first point tonight makes it 41-24. And Chloe will shoot the second. Looks a little short, and it is. Long bounce will be taken there as it's taken by Silva in the backcourt. So 41-24 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard here in the fourth quarter. Silva into the right corner. Whips the pass back across to Edos. Edos, one bounce dribble, gives it off, down into the point. Get it back to Edos on the give and go. That's no good. Ball loose. The Eagles get the rebound back, kick it back outside, and a holding foul on the pass. So no basket, as the holding foul on the pass is going to go against Liz Harris, and that'll be her second here tonight. So that's 7 now on the Indians, so that's going to put the Eagles into the 1 and 1 as well. Maria Cornero at the free throw line, misses the first. However, the rebound inside is taken there by Ingen, and it's going to be a held ball that will stay with Layton Christian underneath their own basket. 41-24. Layton Christian with a handy lead as it comes into Silva. They've led the whole way. Silva's three is no good. Tapped inside, comes to Edos, put it back in, and a foul. So the basket will count. And the foul is going to go against Liz Harris. Her second foul in about 15 seconds off the clock. And it'll be her third overall as Grace Edos will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. She missed the free throw and a travel underneath on the scramble for the ball. And finally, the Indians will get the ball back. Melis Ingen got the ball on the rebound, went down, and then slid both of her feet trying to get her balance back underneath her. So Taylor Wakely brings the ball back up into the front court. 43-24. Preston trails by 19. Silva pokes the ball away, able to pick it up all the way down the floor for the layup. Extends the lead to 21. 45-24 now on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Down low, pass off the hands of Wakely and goes out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Changes for the Indians as Nelson back onto the floor. Also, Ella Marlowe back onto the floor as well, as Liz Harris and Chloe Kuntz both leave. Grace Indos leaves as well for the Eagles, and I think that is Boyle over there on the bench now as well. 6:15 to play, three-pointer put up and good. No, Boyle's still on the floor because she just drained that three from long distance. She has 16, and it's 48-24 as the lead grows to 24. As again knocked away, try to get it ahead to Boyle, throws it back onto the floor just to try to save it, but she threw it right to Nelson for the Eagles, for the Indians rather. Now it's Emma Coons back up into the front court. Right corner, left corner, the shot there by Brightly Harris is no good. Again, it's Silva with a long rebound. She dribbles it back up into the front court. Now she'll pull it back out. Swing it back over onto the left side. Get it inside again to Lette. Tries to go up, blocked, saves it on the floor, but she saved it right to Ellie Nelson. Nelson will give it back to Wakely, back up into the front court here for the Indians. Swing it back out, back to Wakely again. 5:20 to play here in the fourth. Preston trailing by 24 as a reach-in foul there by Maria Cabrero, and that'll be her fourth. She reached in and knocked the ball loose, but did so by getting a whole lot of hand. So it will be Emma Kuntz to go to the free throw line. Julia Cavlaente will look like she was started onto the floor, now comes back off. So Emma Kuntz at the free throw line. She has 10 tonight. And the first one good, gives her 11. Tonight's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multi-family homes across the West. Emma's second free throw is good again. She makes them both. She has a dozen, and it's 48-26 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as Preston trails by 18 here in the game. Comes back across again to Cabrero. Doesn't shoot. Put it down in the corner. Now they get it all the way back. Swing it back over to Boyle again. Her look at a three is no good. The long rebound is off, taken by Wakely. Get it back up into the front court. Wakely's getting bodied the whole way up the floor. Lay it off as the pass goes to Nelson for the layup and the foul. Pretty break by the Indians. They finally got an opportunity to run and took advantage of it. As Del Castro Lete will draw the foul. That'll be her third. And the 9th on the team, and now Ellie Nelson will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Nelson, deep knee bend, and we got a lane violation against Layton Christian, so she'll shoot it again. Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Maybe you can stop in, have a mouth-watering meat sandwich for lunch, and pick up some of that great jerky while you're there. As again, another lane violation again as Cavalete jumps into the lane for the second time. You can also order the jerky online. You can do that at papajays.com. 48-28. Preston trailing by 20. Nelson, and she completes the three-point play. She has 4 in the game, and it's now a 19-point game, 48-29, as they whip it back outside. to Boyle, doesn't shoot it. Cavalente will from the corner. That's too long, and Marlowe has the rebound on the air ball. To Wakely, back up into the front court. Chloe Kuntz for 3 from the left side is no good. Nelson able to grab the rebound inside and then throws it almost into the back court. Saves there as it comes back to Marlowe, and then Marlowe throws it away. I should say Chloe Kuntz threw it away, trying to get it to Marlowe. So 4:22 left, 48-29 now on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Silva walks the ball up into the front court. Looks down the right side, now wants to drive, picks up the pace, pulls up from about 12. That shot's an air ball, and Marlowe has the rebound there. They'll give it back to Wakely, as Wakely is bumped there by Silva. Knocked the ball loose, almost knocked her off stride. In fact, it almost knocked her down, but did it without violation. As it comes to Kuntz on the left side, free throw line extended. She kind of motions some players through. They go back to Wakely, top of the key. Look out. They try to get it back to Nelson. And taken away again. Here comes Silva all the way. Missed the left-handed layup. Wakely has the rebound. Here come the Indians 3-on-2 as they want to run. Comes back to Chloe Kuntz. Put it in. Chloe's got 4 in the game. And it's 48-31 with 3:20 to play. And the layup down low for Rusger Boyle gives her 18. That's just about just a little short of her average, about a point short now, as it's 50-31. The lead grows back to 19. As Marlowe wrestling inside, as she got a shove in the middle of the back from Ramirez, and Ramirez is going to draw the foul. That'll be her first here tonight. And that's 10 team fouls now on the Eagles, so it's going to send Emma Kuntz to the free throw line for 2. I could have sworn that was Marlowe wrestling down there, but they send Emma Kuntz to the line. The first one by Emma is good. Emma's got 13 in the game tonight. So Boyle is out. Del Castro Lete also out. I pretty much think they're done for the day. And Emma Kuntz will shoot the second free throw. Kuntz ready again. Misses that free throw, and it's still an 18-point game at 50-32 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Ramirez has it. Free throw line extended right. Pass back, gets away. Makes its way over across the floor as it goes to Arroyo. Now it comes back out top again. Back there to receive the pass, Cabrero. Back over Ramirez. Looks at a three. That's going to be off. And going to be out of bounds to the Indians as Ella Marlowe let the ball go out of bounds. Didn't touch the air ball. And it went out of bounds. 2:43 to play. Brightly Harris back into the game as Ellie Nelson will come out. Nelson, who sat much of the first half with 3 fouls, exits now with 4 points in the game. 2:35 to play as the Indians get it back up in the front court. Marlowe has it. Free throw line extended left. Back to Emma Kuntz. Emma wants to drive. Put it up and in. Nice play by Emma. She's got 15 in the game. There comes Cabrero back up in the front court here for the Eagles. One bounce dribble there by Cavalente. Inside, doesn't get the shot. Comes back to Cabrero, wants to drive. That's off the iron. And swooping through the paint to grab the rebound there was Emma Kuntz. She'll weave her way through traffic, get it back up into the front court as it comes to Wakely. Tries to cut across the lane, knocked away. Brightly Harris able to dive on it and get it. And they're going to call a held ball, as the held ball will stay with the Indians, I do believe, right in front of their own bench. And we'll get a timeout called here by the Eagles with 1:55 to play here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. We'll be right back.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa J's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa J's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa J's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa J's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And this timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, when it's time to update your look, stop in at Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston. 1:55 to play, 50-34 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston trails. With a loss tonight, it would be their 3rd loss in a row and their 5th on the year. So that would be their longest losing streak of the season, as it would go to 3 games here tonight. As Emma has it, she'll bring it in just in front of us here on the near sideline. She gets it into the backcourt to Brightly Harris. Harris, top of the key, stops the dribble there, gives it back to Wakely. Wakely comes back, looks down the left side, can't go that way, so she'll give it back to Chloe Kuntz. Kuntz comes back to Harris. Free throw line extended left. Brightly kicks it back outside, just out of the reach of Emma Kuntz and out of bounds. So another turnover against the Indians. Tough night that way for Preston, as Sophia Covert into the game, as Brindley Galloway into the game for the first time here for Preston, number 30. In fact, I think that's her first appearance this season for Brindley. As they hold it, shot clock runs, hand it to Ramirez, and she's fouled. She tries to turn and go down the baseline. Foul's going to go against Sophia Covert. Her first foul. In fact, it might be off the top of my head, it might be the first appearance for Covert this year as well. I could be wrong on that, however. So here's Ramirez at the free throw line to shoot 1-1. She makes the first. She gets herself into the scorebook tonight with that free throw. Makes it 51-34. Here's the second. That's good again. 52-34 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Wakely up into the front court. 1:10 to play. As the Eagles are going to win this game handily, and they're going to go to 6-2 on the year. Harris has it in the right corner, finally able to get it out as he comes there to Galloway. Galloway will hand it back as it goes there to Harris. Brightly gives it off to Taylor Wakely. Trying to get it inside as Macy Knapp back into the game, pushed out of the way. Quickly up the floor, the layup there by Arroyo is no good. Harris has the rebound, sidesteps one player, drives all the way, makes the hoop. Good hustle by Brightly Harris to push the ball up the floor. 52-36, 30 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Ramirez drives down the middle, gets the scoop shot, layup to go in. She's got 4, and it's 54-36 with 15 left on the clock. Remember, stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show. Come up after this one's over as Covert has the shot rattle off. That's no good. 3 seconds left. Back to Covert. Get it back to Wakely, who tries to drive the floor, but has the clock expire before she can get there. So the final score here this afternoon, good effort by the Layton Christian Eagles as they win the game by the final score of 54-36. It's a good road trip for the Eagles as they come north and they win a couple of games. After beating Sugar Salem last night, they beat the Indians tonight here as well. Once again, final score, it's a Layton Christian 54, Preston 36. Stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show comes up next.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, coming up next. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
The Preston Holiday Basketball Tournament tips off next weekend. This annual event brings some of the best teams to Franklin County. This year, teams like Jerome, Thunder Ridge, Grantsville, and Nampa all coming to town. Preston's first game is Thursday night when they face the Shelley Russets at 8 p.m. Preston Sports is brought to you by West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Procon Homes. Catch the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym tonight as the Indians fall to the Layton Christian Eagles by the final score of 54-36. This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show. Ralph's Construction, building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. So for the Indians, who needed to get off to a good start tonight, they failed to do that as the Eagles got off to a quick start. They led 11-0 just a couple of minutes into the first quarter, and Preston really could not get much closer than that throughout the game. I think they got the lead down to about 6 at one point, but really never really were a serious threat to get back into the game here this evening as the Eagles go on to the 18-point win here tonight. Tough night offensively for the Indians. They didn't have their leading scorer with them available tonight, as it was Taya Tews who was not available to the team today for this game here today. So it really put Preston kind of behind the 8 ball as far as being able to get the offense running. Remember, Taya, who had scored in double figures in each of the games, 5 games the Indians have played so far this year, and not having her in the lineup tonight was a big factor indeed for the Indians. But for the Layton Christian Eagles, with girls who coming from 8 different countries from the private Christian school there in Layton, Utah, with 48 countries represented in total by the entire student body. It's quite a melting pot of kids, but they put together a pretty good basketball team as they improve their record now on the year to 6-2 overall. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the final score sheet right after this.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's look at the score sheet from this afternoon's games. The stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency in Preston. For the Indians, who struggled today, really, scoring only 36 points in the game, Chloe Kuntz had a total of 4 in the game here today. Jadley Roberts played but did not score. Macy Knapp had 2 points in the game. Taylor Wakely finished with 8. Braylee Harris finished with 4. Liz Harris played but did not score. Brinley Alder also played but did not score in the game. Emma Kuntz led the Indians in scoring with 15 points, and Ellie Nelson finished with 4 points for herself today as well. For the Layton Christian Eagles, it was Razgar Boyle, who their leading scorer, averages just under 20 points a game. She finished the game with 18. 15 points for Maria Cabrero in the game today. Marcela de Castro Lete finished the game with 2. Melissa Ingen had 1 point. Bianca Silva finished with 6. Grace Indos had 8 points in the game today. Sofia Belon Ciez Ramirez had 4 points in the game this afternoon for the Layton Christian Eagles as well. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Remember, don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, to find out more, or stop by the office at 33 South 1st East in Preston, or call 208-852-2364. Back to wrap up our broadcast coming up right after this.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, the Indians come up on the short end of the scoreboard today, losing by the final score of 54-36. Preston will next be on the floor coming up on Tuesday when they travel to Filer. We'll tell you about that coming up in just a moment. Here's the plan for the rest of the afternoon and evening. We're going to send you back to the studio in a moment. John Beverly will have music for you for about 30 minutes or so. And I'm told that the West Side pregame show will start about 7:15 tonight, is Cody's best guess. So he'll have the pregame show coming up for you in about 30 or 35 minutes. So we'll send you back to the studio coming up here in just a minute for some music till you wait for the West Side pregame show to start. So the next game for the Lady Indians, they have back-to-back road games next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. They'll play at Filer and Ridgeline. We'll have those broadcasts for you here on 105.5 AM and 13 FM and 1340 AM KACH, and of course on mylocalradio.com as well, as our coverage will get started at 7 p.m. both nights with a tip-off scheduled for about 7:30. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. John Beverly's back in the studio tonight, was our studio coordinator, and we thank him for all that he does. Once again, stay tuned. More basketball coverage coming your way in about 30 or 35 minutes as the Westside Lady Pirates are in action at home tonight against Filer. You can join Cody Olson out in Dayton coming up in just a little bit. So as we remind you of the final score, the Eagles from Layton Christian come in and beat the Indians tonight by the final score of 54-36. For next time, for John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening and have a very good night from here at Preston High School.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.